Hey y'all, Kelly here. I want to jump in and just do a quick video for you to talk about the most frequently asked questions I have been getting about the Virtual Studio Business Accelerator. So as you know, the Virtual Studio Business Accelerator is my 12-month program where you get coaching, support, mentorship, guidance, and accountability from me for 12 months to ensure that your new fitness business is creating the income and the freedom and the life that you envisioned it creating. So at the beginning of this week, we talked about what do you really want to be doing? Envision what this looks like for you in a year, in 5 years. How do you really truly make that vision come to reality? We're all going to leave boot camp soon, and we're not going to have the support and the community from each other. How do you make sure that you stay on course, right? How do you make sure that you avoid that shiny object syndrome that so many entrepreneurs are plagued by and that ruins businesses every day? How do you make sure that you can stay focused? So I'm going to talk about all those things with you in a minute, but first I'm going to answer the most frequently asked questions that I get. So the first is kind of what is it? So people didn't come away, and it's my fault, with a really clear understanding of what the program is. So the Virtual Studio Business Accelerator is a 12-month program. It's a small group. It is mostly conducted in Facebook. And we've got a private group. So we all come together, we ask each other questions, we have community. On top of that, I do weekly lessons within that group to further knowledge based on those lessons are really based on kind of what people are going through right now or what's coming up so that we can really get our ducks in a row around the things that we're working on. But all of the lessons that I've taught over the entire time I've been teaching the Virtual Studio Business Accelerator are archived and organized into guides. So you've got a guide about marketing, you've got a guide about sales, you've got a guide about accounting, you've got a guide about making your schedule and everything in between. So that's the first thing. You've got all of these different guides where you can go and find the information that you need whenever you need it. On top of that, I teach a weekly live lesson, and we have weekly office hours. So I come in, you schedule a time, and you get 10 minutes to ask all the questions that you've got. Maybe we'll take 15, maybe we'll take 20. I don't cut people off, but everybody gets to come in and ask questions as they've got them. We do that at least once a week. We do co-working sessions together where we can share our screens and work through any tech or anything that we're struggling with. And then we also do mindset lessons. And that's super important because, as I've told you, and it's 100% true, it's 100% true that entrepreneurship is 90% mindsets and 10% action. So mindset lessons, super important, something I really enjoy working with you guys on because I see the difference that it makes for you. All right, so that is kind of what it is. How much does it cost? It's $4,500. The price will go up in the future. I haven't raised it in a few months. I usually raise it every boot camp. I haven't been doing that. It will go up soon. So the cart closes on Tuesday. That price is going to go up. Right now, it's $4,500 if you pay in full. If you choose to do monthly payments, which you can do, it's $400 a month for the entire 12 months that you're in the boot camp, in the accelerator, sorry, which equals out to $4,800. So that's also an option for you. I've got a lot of people take me up on that option. It's a great option because it feels a lot more doable in terms of wanting your business to pay. So if you get your business quickly to where you're making $500, $1,000 a month, now your business is paying for the accelerator. So the monthly payments are a really great option. I get a lot of questions about the time commitment. The time commitment is really based on what you have to put into it during that period of time. A lot of my accelerators come in and they consume like every single thing that I do. So they are at the live lessons, they are at the office hours, they're at the mindset lessons. And then a lot of my accelerators come in and just pick and choose based on what they need that week. So they may watch an old live lesson. Maybe they've got a challenge that they're planning for their ecosystem. And so they go in and they watch the videos that have to do with challenges. Or maybe they are really struggling with some accounting questions and they watch the videos from John Briggs, who wrote Profit First for Micro Gyms. There's a video in the accelerator with him answering questions. There's there are other videos about accounting as well. So they might just come in and watch those. So the time commitment is going to be on a sliding scale based on what you need and how much time you have to put into it, right? I do have some people who have said, I'm in a certification program or I'm in a program and I need, I can't join right now because I need to finish that up. So in the past, I've done this and I'm happy to do it for you. If you are in something else that's taking up your time, but you want to come into the accelerator now so that you don't lose the momentum that you've gained this week, I can bring you in and I'm happy to put a few extra weeks or months onto the end of your time in the accelerator if that is something that is helpful to you. All right, so that's the time commitment. We talked about what it is. We talked about money. We talked about, I think those are the things, right? Sometimes people might feel like they need to go and, okay it with the spouse. And I think that if you are going to your spouse and you're having this conversation, you just want to let them know how much momentum you've gotten behind your business just in this 1 week. Right? That makes a big difference. Okay, so I want to talk about staying on course because this, I think, is something that I've really missed talking to you guys about. That is a huge, huge point that I really want you thinking about. So I remember way back when I was 16, 17, a brand new driver, and I'm driving down the highway, right? And I'm listening to my music and I'm doing my thing. And I see somebody that I thought I knew on the other side of the highway. And I went like this. Ever done that? Looked kind of behind you while you're driving. And as a 17-year-old driver, I didn't know better. Well, the wheel went like this. I went into the median. I went across the highway all the way onto the other side, back into the median, did a 360 and ended up stopped in. No, I take that back. I went all the way across the other highway, the other side of the highway, and ended up stopped facing traffic on the other side. I should not be here talking to you guys today. Thank God I did not hit a single other car somehow. Miracle of miracles. I did not hit a single other car. But that's what happens, right? You drive toward what you're looking at. Has it ever happened to you? So you guys, as we leave the boot camp, you're going to see that happen to you. You're going to start consuming advice from other business coaches. You're going to start looking at other things that are being suggested to you. And I want to talk about the difference between how you're going to react to those things if you've got the support versus if you don't. So the first thing is the course of action. You have a basis at least for what you want to achieve right now going forward, and you have a basis for how you're going to do that. With guidance, you will stay on course. I've seen it so many times. Without guidance, you may go off course or you may do something that's a little crazy and not going to be effective because you don't have somebody to say, hey, let's take a look at that. So I recently had one of my boot campers come to me and he wanted me to look at this whole thing that he had built. So he had gone to a web developer and he had built like a whole really expensive system. And then he had put all these videos in the can. So he had spent all this time and money on video production, on a huge website system. And y'all, he didn't have an ecosystem in place to sell it to. I could have prevented that investment. I could have talked to him even if he was not in the accelerator and he had come to me with that idea, I would have said, hey, let's talk about that. So that's the kind of thing that is really helpful. This is why you need a support system around you, right? A mentor and a guide. Shiny object syndrome. You're going to leave this boot camp and you are going to start listening to podcasts. You're going to start bad doggies getting involved. You're going to start reading books. You're going to start watching other people's lives, right? And these are great things. They can be great resources. You're going to hear all kinds of competing advice and you're going to hear new ideas. You should build a funnel. You should build an evergreen. You should build a lead magnet, right? And all of those things can pull you off course if you don't have accountability to what you have committed to doing. So instead of chasing every idea, I can pull you back in. And focus, right? So when you've got that shiny object syndrome, you're following all that competing advice, you're getting advice from all of these other business gurus, and it can be really destructive to your business, especially in your new business, because I can keep you focused and all in on a proven method. I've seen the mistakes that other fitness instructors and personal trainers have made in building their business. And I can keep you on course with the proven method that we have developed with the experience from other fitness instructors and personal trainers. So I just want to bring that to you. I wanted to answer those questions and I wanted to bring those ideas to you because I think they're really important as you make this decision. And whether that decision is a yes or whether it's a no, I support you and I look forward to seeing what you do with everything that you've learned in the bootcamp. If you've still got questions about the accelerator, please make a questions call with me, a questions call appointment with me, and the link will be in the comments. And I am looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for mindset lesson number 1. All right, bye-bye.